Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is Simon with AvaTrade. We're starting our weekly webinar, mapping out your week ahead. Special welcoming, of course, goes to new people. And for you, just a few words what we're trying to do here. We're trying to simply make a plan for the week. And as traders like to say, you plan your trade and then you trade your plan. So what it does, it creates a little bit order in your trading and removes chaos and impulsivity. Of course, it doesn't guarantee the success, but definitely improves results, not just in trading, but anything else. If we spend a little bit of time organizing our thoughts and planning our future actions. A few things about myself. My name is Simon Friedman. I'm a senior account manager with AvaTrade. I started as a prop trader in New York City in June of 2000, so it's over 25 years that I'm involved in trading. After 11 years of prop trading, I moved away from it and I started to mentor and educate others, of course, continue trading in a different way. And I'm very happy I have a great opportunity to be assisting our customers at AvaTrade. What we talk about today and every Sunday is indices, stocks, commodities, FX. We'll talk a little bit about fundamentals, just try to analyze the highlights of the last week and see what's happening in the big picture in the upcoming week. And of course, we'll take a look at economic calendar, and then we move to charts, trying to look from the technical angle at the instruments. We'll also go through the winners and losers, try to see what's happening there. And for dessert, we'll take a look at cryptocurrency. Risk warning, you can find a full statement at avatrade.com website. Of course, everything we do here is purely educational. We do not suggest any trades. Social media channels, please feel free to subscribe. You have Telegram, you have X, and my favorite, YouTube, where you can find a lot of useful information, including tutorials, educational material, and webinars. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, click likes, only if you like it, and share with people that might be happy to watch this as well. Also subscribe, click on the bell so you've been notified on new things coming in. So before we go into slides and highlights of articles, just a little bit of what's happening in the week. We had a positive week overall. The indices are sitting around the highs, all-time highs actually. We had a little bit of test on the market of the fact that Trump announced, later he denied it, he announced that he's firing Powell. Market reacted to it immediately. We had the huge spike last week, one of the days we had the huge spike in gold and drop in equity markets and US dollar. And then when White House and Trump denied it, things went back and we had recovery and moved higher. So some analysts said that Trump is testing the waters and trying to see how the market reacts to certain announcements. And based on that, I think he's planning his future actions. All right, so August 1st comes, we have what, another 10 days. This article here, some articles here from the marketwatch.com, some are from Barron's. 3 reasons why investors have largely ignored Trump's tariff threats as August 1st deadline approaches. It says stocks sank in April after Trump announced the Liberation Day levies. This time around, investors have mostly shrugged it off. As you know, market continued higher and made all-time highs after that April drop of that panic. So the 3 reasons the article says, I'm just going to share them with you. One, Trump threats are just pressure tactic. And you probably saw this acronym, TAC or trade, which stands for Trump always chickens out. So some analysts said, again, a lot of opinions there, that he just posts something drastic and then he works things out and lets go and things go back to normal. So that's number one. It looks like market believes that everything is just a game and is not serious. But he said that it's not going to be any extension after August 1st. So let's see what happens when we get there. Secondly, courts will likely block the tariffs. That's what the market thinks, because that's what happened last time. They agreed for time being, but it wasn't really a green light for that, right? And the third one is investors are focused on corporate earnings and economic reports. They're kind of ignoring this thing. It went kind of to the past. So as we see, it works. The major indices, as we said, at the all-time highs. So market overall, based on those three things, kind of ignoring the upcoming issues. All right. Second big thing involves Bitcoin and cryptos in general. I think the champion was XRP percentage-wise. We'll take a look at the end at the charts, but says here, Trump signs the Genius Act into law, a significant step for US crypto regulations. Crypto market reacted to it very strong. He says, as the federal government self-proclaimed crypto week comes to the end, the US has emerged with two crypto bills moving to the Senate and one new piece of crypto legislation signed into law. This was one of the agendas of Trump during the election period, is to promote cryptos, and it looks like he's doing it. Another big thing is Japan. As we know, it's very usual for Japan when politically there's a lot of instability there. So Japan elections near, what they mean to bonds and trade talks, and the elections actually today. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's job and vital trade talks with the U.S. are at stake in national elections that take place this Sunday, which is today. The article is from yesterday. Ishiba's Liberal Democratic Party lost its majority in the legislature's lower house in November. Recent polls indicate the same results in the upper house on July 20th, spelling an exit for the unpopular premier. Political turbulence would not be timely for Japan, which faces President Donald Trump's August 1st deadline to mitigate threatened 25% tariffs on close to 150 billion in annual exports to the U.S. We did see a reaction on Japanese market. We'll also take a quick look when we get to the charts. Yen as well. So it's going to be more developments there as we get closer to the elections results today, right? Maybe they're already done. I'm not sure. I didn't follow up on that. Tesla and these five of the stocks face a challenging week of earnings. So this is Tesla. We have Tesla and Intel. Later, I'll talk to you about a few other stocks that are reporting. So Tesla is reporting on Wednesday, and they give some numbers here that Tesla, which reports after Wednesday's close, may be top of mind for investors. The vehicle maker already disclosed delivery results for its electric cars for the quarter ended in June. At 384,000 units, deliveries dropped 13.5% from June of last year, the largest percentage drop in Tesla's history. It could be a lot of things. As we know, he was involved, or maybe still involved, with the government and other things, very controversial actions and behavior, whatever it is. It affected the dealerships around the world, and the numbers went down as well. And in general, it could be that electric vehicles are not gaining a popularity as it was planned or as it was in the beginning when it was. These are just my thoughts. So let's see how the stock reacts. It's still part of the Magnificent Seven, right? Also Intel and Southwest Airline report. Intel, we'll take a look when we get there. All right, moving to economic calendar. A few things about the economic calendar, especially for new people. You can access it on our web trader or the app, or just Google it. It's public information, no secrets. It's available to everyone who's interested in knowing it. What I do here, I take out the high impact events only. There's so much more. You can browse through it and filter through it and see what's relevant for your trading. So these are the things, high impact events for the upcoming week. Later today, we have a consumer price index from New Zealand. From Australia, we have RBA meetings minutes. That's for the last decision that we recently had. European bank lending survey on Tuesday as well. So you could see it's getting dry a little bit as we're getting to summer. There's less activity in economic calendar as well. So Wednesday, nothing major. Again, you can find things happening. What I do, just take out the high impact, so no high impact events on Monday or Wednesday, looks like it. Thursday, we have Governor of Bank of Australia speaking. Then we have PMI numbers from Germany. The chairman of Swiss National Bank speaks on Thursday as well. PMI numbers from European Union, PMI numbers from UK. We have interest rate decision, I guess the highlight of the week from European Union. The ECB is making that decision on Thursday, followed by the statement and the press conference half an hour later. Manufacturing PMI numbers and service PMI numbers from US, important as well on Thursday. And Tokyo CPI numbers from Japan, together with the possible government changes, going to be interesting to observe. And retail sales from UK on Friday, closing the week. So these are the things for traders. I think it's important to follow the economic calendar, be prepared, and take actions or not take them. It's up to you, but knowing certain things ahead of time, it's very, very important. Now, traditionally, winners and losers. We'll take a look at them when we get to the charts from a technical perspective. Here are the winners for the last week. Commodities, we have natural gas up 763, coffee up 6.3, corn up 328, soybeans 229, cotton almost 2%, and sugar up 133. Sugar is catching up with coffee, as I was joking previously, said that most of the people take sugar into their coffee, so they go together. On the downside, negative side, cocoa is down. Take a look, it broke the recent support, down 5.82%. Gasoline is supposed to be minus, I apologize. Gasoline down 184, crude oil down 165, silver down 136, and platinum, wow, I put a plus again, and platinum down 0.94%. I apologize for the confusion. If it's in red, it's minus. If it's in green, it's plus. And on FX, we have dollar yen gaining 0.94, dollar Swiss 0.65, and to the downside, it's clearly we have all the major currencies are down against the dollar. Dollar had the strength for this week after the initial drop on that. I don't know if it's fake or not fake announcement of Powell being fired. So as we said, there was a move, including a drop in the dollar, and then we just recovered and went higher. So Australian down 1%, New Zealand dollar down 78.78%, pound down 0.5%, euro down 0.5%. So these are the winners and the losers. All right, we're moving to the charts, and we'll start with China and Japan, and then go to US indices. So China, it looks like it's trying to break out of this prison of resistance here, right? We did try double top here. We had the unsuccessful attempt here, moved lower, and we tried again. And we actually, it looks like it's the first series closing above this 13,817. So that looks very encouraging here. Let's see if that's sustainable. Now, on Japanese index, we had, since we hit that resistance of January 24th at 40,610 with the tail and then closing lower, the very next day we sold, and now we're trading within that tight range here. So Thursday was the up day, Friday we lost half of it. So as of now, it's clearly we still have the resistance at 46.10, and if we choose to break down, of course, the big level is here, 38.805, but this recent attempt to break lower around this area, around 39,100, 140s. Let's see if that holds. Now, this indices, as we said, they totally ignored the August 1st approaching. We had a very strong Thursday. This is the story here with the Powell story, I think, where the drop recovery, and since then, which moved higher on the daily chart. Thursday we closed. I think we had the highest closing, yeah. And Friday we sold a little bit, but still holding that all-time high. It looks like it, 63.2870 on the futures contracts here. Nasdaq, similar story. We did break through the all-time high on Thursday, and a little bit of selling. I mean, visually we look into it, maybe 20-30% sell-off from the previous day. As we said, Dow Jones is lagging. We still didn't reach that all-time high. Almost reached, I think, all-time high intraday was 45,224. Yeah, we're a little bit shy of that. So we're still not at the all-time highs on Dow Jones. German index. We had another green week. We are holding strongly. Previous week we made another high. Okay, it's been strong. 2 consecutive weeks making all-time highs again. So as you could see, the global indices are very, very strong, US and Europeans especially, and they are holding into those gains at the all-time high levels. We still have, 10 days till that deadline on tariffs. And let's see what that brings when that expired. And let's see if Taco with Trump always chickens out, if that still stands, or this time he's going to be very firm on that decision, and the market could react and sell off to that. All right, so that's indices. Going to individual stocks. We have, first of all, 100 S&P 500 companies reporting next week, and 2 of them are members of the Mag 7 or Magnificent 7. And as we mentioned, we have Tesla reporting on Wednesday, and also Alphabet, which is reporting on Wednesday as well. So let's take a quick look at Google. It looks 2 consecutive weeks. Google had a lot of issues, all the courts and other things, but the AI business is helping it and it's pushing back higher. We are not at the all-time highs, but we steadily, after this huge drop, steadily, this is the weekly chart moving higher here. And we said on Wednesday, after the market, Tesla is reporting as well. And we mentioned it a few times, the chaotic trading in Tesla, but as of now, it's actually moving nicely. We just broke above the 50-day moving average. We are above 200 moving average, and we have something they called golden cross, when 50-day moving average crosses above. That happened a few weeks ago, it looks like it. So this is Tesla. Again, Wednesday, we're having those earnings, and let's see how that will affect the stock. That's on Tesla. We have Intel reporting on Thursday. So, Intel is having a difficult journey. We spoke a few times about it when Intel reached the book value of the company right here a few times, and we did hold that level around $19. Briefly, we broke down in April when the market stalled, and now nicely, steadily, we moved higher on Intel. As you could see here, we are above 50, 100, and 200 moving average. Last time we tested 200, it was beginning of July, July 2nd. And let's see, maybe the earnings will turn things around and add some positive boost to Intel. It's a great company. The only the only reason they've been punished because they're really behind everything else on the AI focused business. So that's Intel right here reporting on Thursday. Let's take a quick look at NVIDIA, what it does. I think it reached 4.2 trillion market cap this last week. Friday, we did sell a little bit here. Let's see if I had the double top here today. So Thursday, we reached 174.05, and the high on Friday was 8 cents higher, 174.13 in closing, almost $2 lower than the opening. Let's see, as of now, super strong move. Just to give you an idea, that drop in the market with the tariffs on April 7th, the price hit the low of 87.36. We made a huge move, almost 100% move since then. That's crazy. So that's Intel, right? NVIDIA, right? For those who don't know, you can read the fundamentals. The whole idea, they make this super chips for the AI technology. The latest boost was right here with the gap when Trump removed the ban of NVIDIA selling chips to China. So they're freely selling it now, which is a huge market. The stock reacted immediately with the gap and we moved higher. So NVIDIA still leading, and whoever's trading NASDAQ are watching NVIDIA as an indication for further moves on NASDAQ. Now let's take a quick look at banks as they all reported. They reported great news. We still didn't make the all-time highs. I think Goldman reported the best ever revenue on the trading part. As you can see here, we still didn't make the all-time high because previously the super strong move to the upside. Closing price 707.91. JP Morgan, same thing. We did drop the market, that a little correction, and then we are could be on the way on retesting the highs. It could be that we're facing changes, maybe move to the downside in the general market to those the expiration of the truce, let's call it that way, when the tariffs might kick in after the August 1st deadline. Bank of America as well. So all of them, they reported pretty good, I think. Maybe Bank of America was a little bit lagging. The only one that moved to the all-time highs is, as you could see here, it was Citibank. Interesting. So JP Morgan didn't hit the all-time high on the earnings. Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan didn't, and Citigroup did. So it looks like they reported the most exciting news, it looks like. All right, so that's on banks, on the stocks that are reporting. We have Google reporting on Wednesday. Let's take a quick look. Or Alphabet, as the main company is called. Where are you? Listed as Google with us. So Google is reporting on Wednesday. As we said, IBM is reporting on Wednesday. Tesla we already said. So let's take a quick look at IBM. Not much talks about IBM, but it's holding nicely here. Close to all-time highs. IBM also reporting. So we have Alphabet, IBM, and Tesla reporting on Wednesday, and Thursday is Intel reporting. We took a look at NVIDIA, which is very healthy and strong, and the banks are hanging there, shy of all-time highs besides the Citibank. Now, moving to commodities, we'll go to those winners and losers. We'll start with natural gas. Natural gas was up 7.63% for the week. It's been doing a lot of zigzagging. We are, as you could see here, we're hitting with those tails, the 200 moving average here, having a hard time breaking through it again after the recent sell-off to 315 area, having a double bottom here. So natural gas tries up 7.63% for the week. Now, as I mentioned to you last time, I think we spoke about coffee. When I heard copper tariffs and copper reacting to it, I right away when I heard Brazil possible 50% tariffs, the first thing came to my mind, as I shared with you last week, I believe, that coffee might go higher, and that's exactly what happened. It's been really, really struggling for a long time, and we've been moving since this support around 278. We're moving nicely with some corrections, and coffee was up for a week 6.3%. So you could see we had a nice doji here the previous week, closing higher, and then the week after, which is the past week, we had a nice move to the upside. This could be a beginning or trigger for the move to the upside or not. Well, we'll follow coffee, we'll continue following it. So that's coffee up 6.3%. Next one is corn. Had a nice move from the recent lows, up 3.25%, 3.28%. We are far away from moving averages here, so we could continue testing 50. We did have a nice trigger here for the move on the 14th. Since then, we continue higher. Soybeans, also a nice move from this 994 level. We had 3 consecutive days to the upside, and we did close above 200 moving average here. Next one is cotton. Cotton was trading a lot, or what we have 5 sessions around 50 and 100 moving average here. Then we had a nice move on the 15th, and then we're holding the top of that range, which signals possible continuation to the upside. And as we said, sugar comes with coffee, also after a huge sell-off, and the trigger here, a nice engulfing candle here on the 3rd of July. We are trading and breaking the top of the candle. We did close on Thursday above 50-day moving average, first time since April. It's a good sign. And Friday we had the green day, so possible continuation here. Sugar as well. Now, as we saw, corn and soybeans higher. Wheat is lagging a little bit here. See here, we did have almost a flat week. So if those two continue, maybe we'll see a follow-up with wheat to the upside. Friday we had a strong day, but before that we've been struggling there. So that's on the positive side. On the negative side, we had cocoa breaking the recent support, which doesn't look so great for cocoa, but it's still way in the skies if you take the whole move. It started pretty much in 2022, the shortage of cocoa in West Africa. So we did break, and we trying to confirm the previous support as resistance. It's too early to say. Let's see how the price action works. But if we will have difficulty breaking up above this current line here, the current level, we might continue lower. As you could see on the weekly chart, there's a possibility. And if you take a big picture after this all-time high or long-time high at on December 15th, the week of December 15th, since then, we moved lower. We made a lower high, and it could be that we didn't confirm it yet, but if this continues the following week and close below, so we could be making a lower low, which could signal a sell-off here, continuation. So that's on cocoa. It's not an easy trading here, but it looks like after all the zigzagging, as I said, it's too early to judge or make a decision, but let's see how this level plays. Gasoline, as we had energy selling a little bit this past week. Gasoline was down 1.84%. See here, crude oil as well. We did try briefly. We were about 200 moving average here that we sold. Try again on Thursday, Friday, with a nice spike up and closing lower. We're sitting right between 50 and a 200 moving average here. It's hard to make any plans. There's a little bit of intense development in Syria, Middle East, that affects as well, the threatening supplies. And the OPEC is trying to decide to produce more, not produce more. There's a lot of manipulations going on there. So oil is sitting here at around $67. The range is very simple, between 64 and 70 probably. That's the half of this candle. So that's on crude oil. Silver also sold after a recent strong move to the upside. For the week, it was red, but still looks very, very strong to the upside. And platinum had a down week. Doesn't see it's a future, but the spot platinum, it was down almost percentage, nothing serious, but we're still showing a healthy move, zigzagging up with the higher highs and higher lows here, right? So that's on platinum. And palladium, it was not on my list, but it looks very interesting here. And I'll tell you why. We had a double top here at the pretty much same level. So December of 2023, the high was 1258.20, and then 1254.20 within 4 points. And the previous week, we did close above this level for the first time in 2.5 years, I would say, a little bit more. And we continued this past week. We actually had a nice move to the upside, retracing, but still closing in green. So let's see if that tendency, if that direction continues. If we try to establish a very serious support here in the price actions for a few days, we might be open for continuation to the upside on palladium. And if the opposite happens and we move below and start building resistance, we're probably going to shop for lower levels here. So platinum is worth watching. Moving to FX, we start with dollar index, just see how it feels. It looks very good here, right? We just broke through the, it's interesting, similar level that we just saw on palladium, right? December 2023, October 2024, double top. The week before we broke and closed higher, and this past week we had a continuation. Oh, I'm still looking at palladium. That's very interesting. No wonder it looked the same. I apologize for confusion. I clicked on the dollar index, but I didn't drag it to the chart. All right. So dollar index, again, take two. We are slowly moving higher. We're facing a resistance at 50-day moving average here. As long as we're not breaking it, it's a hard time moving higher here, right? Let's see what brings. Just want to show you how it did react to Powell's news. This was right here when they announced it. The newspapers and the websites. Was initial drop, a huge drop pretty much from, we're talking about the full dollar, right? We came from 98.56 all the way to 97.38, more than $1.18 within half an hour. Then the next half an hour we covered roughly 70% of it, and then within next period of time we came passing that pre-announcement, and now slowly moving lower. So the reaction was drastic, and that's why some analysts actually saying that Trump is testing how those announcements react, affecting the market. So some say after seeing this, he might not dare doing that. He doesn't want to tank the market, right? So that's US dollar, right? As of now, we are trying to break previous resistance, but not really succeeding. Now, as we said, the winners were the yen, and this was dollar yen, and dollar Swiss franc. Let's take a quick look at them. Here's dollar yen. Nice move, continuation to the upside, facing this resistance at 200 average here. And dollar Swiss, not such a great move. We're still below even the 50-day moving average. So dollar Swiss still remaining weak. It did have a nice move, and this is the second consecutive move to the upside. Let's see if that continues. And of course, we had Australian, New Zealand pound, and euro are selling against dollar. Let's take a quick look. Here's Australian dollar. The weekly chart, you could see a nice drop here, down 1.03%, sitting on around 50-day moving average here. New Zealand dollar, 0.78%, sitting on a 100 moving average here and holding this recent support area. Pound, dollar, very strategic area here. As you could see, resistance. We broke the resistance, established support, tried to move higher, reinforced support, made a higher high from the previous one, came back, having a hard time moving higher here. We broke 50-day moving average here, closing lower. This is the first time series breaking to the downside of 50-day moving average since that announcement of tariffs in April, sitting around 100 moving average. So let's see if dollar continues to run higher. We might see a continuation of this correction of the pound. As you could see here, after this higher high, we came back testing the support and not really jumping higher. So let's see what's next. We go either way, but we're going to take a look what's happening. Euro dollar, probably similar situation there. Looks a little bit stronger than pound. This was initial stop here, right? When we moved higher on 12th, high was around 116.31. We continue higher, breaking the previous support resistance, and then came back, and we are painting similar picture here. The only thing, we're still above 50-day moving average, unlike the pound, which is trading below. So let's see, this week is going to be very crucial, I think. And that's as far as let's take a quick look at yen with all the mess with the government and elections. It looks like the major currencies are super strong against the yen. So if the opposite of expectation happen, actually yen has a nice chance of gaining strength as it's waiting for, I guess, major decisions in the government. So definitely yen, we should be watching the yen the upcoming week. And as promised, let's take a quick look with that bill being pushed and some of it being signed on cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin actually moved prior to that, hitting the all-time high on the 14th of July, which was 123,175. We are holding around 118. But let's take a look at XRP, which is the champion. I saw some pictures circulating the internet that XRP is the king of crypto, and no wonder it just made a percentage gain since the beginning of July. And we did break the all-time high here that we established in January. The high here was 339.30. We did break it on Friday. This was a huge on Friday. 17th, was it Friday? Thursday. Thursday was a serious move to the upside when they announced all this bill being signed and other things. And that was Thursday. Friday, we moved, making all-time highs again at 365, closing lower, and then we're trying to move higher as we speak. 347 currently. XRP is the king, as some of the crypto enthusiasts call it. Okay, So let's see, cryptos, it looks like US is working on the green light and development of cryptocurrencies, and we might see continuation in cryptos moving higher. All right, so I think that's it for today. And let's just summarize things. We have certain things in the economic calendar, and the highlights here is, of course, today we have the election in Japan. It's very, very important. Then we have interest rate decision from European, and then we have PMI numbers as other little things as well. We're approaching the July 30th, which is not next week, the following week, which is really moments before the deadline of those tariffs on hold. So we're getting closer to these things. As of now, it's only 4% probability that the Feds do changes this upcoming meeting. Tesla is reporting, Intel is reporting, altogether 100 S&P 500 companies are reporting. We went through that. 10 elections today, and the cryptocurrency bill is happening. Please don't forget about the social media. Sign up to the channels, follow us. YouTube, if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click likes. Write your questions if you have any, share with people you care about. And I wish everyone a good weekend. Get some energy, spend some good moments, families, and prepare yourself for the upcoming week. And don't forget to enjoy the summer, of course. Have a successful week, and all the best. Take care.